So allow me to tell you what Annie learned about car camping on some BLM land today. So as you can see, I'm in a hotel. And what I'd like to say foremost is, hotels, I don't know, I'm gonna stop talking shit about them because they're really good when you need to recover from an incredibly traumatizing experience. Yeah. So let me just show you my shoes. This is what my shoes look like today after my experience. My feet are dirty. That's how I'm dressed. I don't think you can really tell. I'm like dirty. Just unequivocally say that I had a legit near-death experience. I mean, I'm not kidding y'all, like it was fucking bad, okay? Like it was bad in a lot of not good ways. And I gotta be completely real with you. There's a way to attempt to camp on BLM land, and it's not the way that I initially went about it. It's not. Bertha, my car, that's her name, Bertha Love, B-I-R-T-H-A, Love. She got that name on our 2016 road trip out west, where I saw the Devil's Tower for the first time, and it was fucking amazing. That's just like, that experience is just in my heart is like one of the most amazing things that I've ever done, like driving out there by myself and seeing that. But so Bertha and I, we done been through some shit today, okay? We've been through some shit that I don't ever want to repeat, and I know how not to repeat. God bless Subaru. God bless. Okay? Because had I not been in a Subaru, I would be stuck in the middle of some fucking treacherous as fuck, boulder-ridden BLM shit right now, okay? And I just about did not make it out. I just about didn't. Understand that. Like, 'twas only by the grace of God that I found my way out of that shit. Only by the grace of God. We had a hard time. Bertha was low-key angry at me, and she and I have an amazing relationship. She's ride or die. Like, she is a tough bitch, and she's on my fucking side. But today, I pissed her off worse than I ever have or ever will again. Out of ignorance, out of just not, knowing what I was doing, because I had never done it before. So now that I have, I know better. But Bertha was angry, okay? And she powered through, and she did the best that she possibly could. Like, it was a terrible fucking situation. It was terrible, you guys. Like, And I know you know that. Like, I know you're looking at me right now like, no shit. Okay? But you gotta understand, it's like if I hadn't chosen the path that I did, it would have been totally fine. Like, it would have been completely fine. There would have been literally no problem. Like, if I had just stayed, like, on, like, the beaten path, it totally would have been fine. There would have been no issue at all. That's true. That's the truth. But as I said in the other video, right? Like, when I got there, there was that guy there. And I recognized that guy. And I know what he was about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what he was about. And I'm not saying that he would have done anything. I'm absolutely not saying that. But I recognized him as an archetype. I recognized him as a situational marker. Okay? And I should have known right then and there that this was not what I needed to do, right? This is not where I needed to go. I should have known that. And I did kind of know that, but I didn't know the severity of the situation. You know what I mean? Like, it was a learning experience. Like, as fucked up as it was, and it could have been, it was about to be that, it was about to be so much worse. But as fucked up as it was a learning situation that was actually necessary for me. But I'm going to tell you what, guys, like, beyond, you know, like the camping shit or driving in general or anything like that, like, life in general has these learning experiences that at the time are just, like, fucking heinous, okay? That you have to understand are necessary for your development, are necessary for your knowledge base. And that was one of those situations. And in the future, I will understand and recognize these situational markers. You know, I'll recognize, like, when I see that guy, or I, you know, whatever kind of similar sort of marker, I will know that, you know, I'm on the wrong path. I feel like that host guy kind of knew, like, that he kind of knew, like, this could be, like, bad, you know what I'm saying? And he was also thinking about that guy. I was, like, talking to him while I was, like, kind of leaving. He was also thinking about him, but, you know, that guy was, like, super old. Like, you know, what are you gonna do? Like, you can't, like, it's like, well, you know, what will be, right? But I think he kind of knew inside that it was like, oh shit, some shit is gonna go south here. And it fucking did. But you know, I survived, like, and nothing horrible happened, you know what I mean? But it just about did. Like, wow, y'all. Wow. Fucking wow. Like, God bless Bertha. Dust was flying. Bertha got scratched by some shit. Bertha drove over some shit that she never, ever, ever would have chosen to drive over. I'm so fucking sorry, Bertha. Like, I feel like my car is, like, you know, it's like an entity, and you don't want to fuck up with her, because if you piss her off and you get on her bad side, you give her bad experiences, she'll be hurt over it, you know? And I don't think that we reached that point today. I made it right with her. When we finally navigated out of that fucking heinous atrocity, I went straight to an auto shop. Like, covered in dust. Like, my hair is covered in dirt. Like, you can't tell, but it's covered in dust and dirt and all kinds of shit, okay? I walk into this fucking auto shop, and there's just, like, a guy standing there, like, waiting for the service dudes to come out. I was like, is anybody here? And he's like, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to anybody. So this poor dude, like, I just fucking, like, told him some shit, you know? And he was standing there like, oh my God. But I had to tell somebody, because, I mean, that's kind of the nature of trauma, is that once you're ready to talk about it, like, whoever is there is gonna fucking hear it, and it's something you never forget. Like, you just don't forget that. You know what I mean? Like, that fucking guy. Like, he was nice. He was super nice, but he was like, oh my God, this bitch. Wackadoodle. So then the auto shop guy comes out, and he's like fucking amazing. Like, I told him the story. I was like, dude, I just about got into a really bad situation on some BLM land. And I told him, I'm like, I need you to look at the undercarriage. I need you to look at the tires, because that shit was not good. So there was like a ton of people there. These people were swamped, dude. And he was like, all right, you know, I'm gonna go get it and pull it around, and I'll call you back. And so he called me back, and he's like, he took me under it, and we looked at everything. He was like, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with it. The tires look fine. You know, there's some little scrapes from where you ran over some rocks, but there's nothing wrong with it. You know, and I was like, wow, I've never seen her from this angle before. And he kind of laughed, and he was just like, you know, I've seen like way worse, you know, and it's fine. And that guy was like wearing some like blue contacts. I was like, what color are your eyes? He's like, they're brown, you know? And I was like, oh, brown eyes are beautiful. And he's like, eh. I tried to encourage him because, you know, I don't know. I just felt like he felt some type of way about himself. But anyway, he was super nice, and he was like, everything's fine. And so he pulled it off the rack or whatever, and I took off, you know? I was just like, hot retarded chicks, one of my subscribers, like, fucking dear to my heart, said, you know, look, you can get a hotel and just like get your bearings straight, you know what I mean? I was like, you have no idea right now. Like, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm definitely gonna do, because I need to charge some stuff while I'm here, and I need to take a shower. Like, I really do need to take a shower now. I was like planning on not taking a shower like ever, but it's just, I don't know, it's like necessary. But it's like, if you have to get a hotel room like every now and then just to do some shit, there's nothing wrong with that. That's fine. The essence of the matter for me is we need an abundance of designated places that we can park up and that we can stay, you know, again, 24 hours or pay for longer, right? And BLM land is great, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, most of it is developed. Like, you don't get in the shit if you don't do what I did, you know what I mean? And not all BLM land is created equal. You know, there's an abundance of BLM camping areas where I am right now. And the one that I was at yesterday is a much higher quality. As far as just the vibe and like the type that it attracts is far higher quality. Totally excellent, totally easy to navigate, absolutely nothing treacherous, you know what I mean? So that place is fine. And, you know, BLM land is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It just don't be a fucking idiot like I was, and will never, ever be again, okay? National forests, they're not as good, in my honest opinion, because in a lot of them, it's like you have to stay in a numbered designated camping spot, which I will probably do throughout the course of this journey, but it's not like my preference, you know what I mean? My preference is definitely BLM land, and to be honest with you, my preference is rest areas. My preference is interstate rest areas. They don't creep me out at all. It's like, if you're not near a city or some kind of fucked up area in the first, like, if you're anywhere in the eastern United States, no, like, don't. It's like, you can, don't get me wrong, but a lot of them over there are like 4-hour limit stays, and they don't allow overnighting. It's just not welcoming. It's like the western states are the states where the rest areas are the fucking shit. Okay? Rest areas, paved rest areas with amenities. are my favorite thing. And I would stay at them all the time, except that, you know, you got to move along to the next one. And doing that requires traveling vast distances, you know, and it's not efficient. It's not economical to move that way and to travel that way. I would do it. You can fucking believe, mark my words, that if I were to do it in the way that just makes me feel like the best, just like really fucking gets me going, dude, I would stay at nothing but interstate rest areas. It's the truth. And so that's why I feel as though that is the goal. That is what we're aiming for. We're aiming for paved areas designated for sleeping overnight in your vehicle and the option of paying to stay longer. Right? That's what we're looking for. That's the type of infrastructure that is going to be required for mobile living, because not everybody wants to be out west where there's an abundance of BLM land. You know, not everybody wants to stay out in the wilderness and forests and shit. Like, some people would really prefer to stay near civilization. And they should be able to do that. There should be places where they can do that, you know? Big areas. Like, why can't we get shopping mall parking lot sized areas to do this? It's my belief that we will. It's my belief that that is the future and the goal, you know, but that doesn't exist right now. And it needs to. That's what needs to happen. You know, but until it exists, we have to stay in the areas that are already getting used to accommodating this type of lifestyle. And as I learned today, you've got to be smart about it. Like, you know, you've got to stay in the developed areas of BLM land, of forests. That's why they develop forests and number camping spots, is so people don't do crazy, stupid shit, like get stuck out in the middle of the shit. You know what I mean? So more progress needs to be made toward this. And I hope that the right people in the right places with the power to do it will make this dream a reality for us, because I'm one of so many people who truly want this. But for now, I am in a hotel room, and you had better believe that I'm going to be making the most of this.